Well, what a wonderful day, and thank you very much for finding the time to be here today. We're excited to have you here.
Poem based on this poster. Say tap anywhere to add text. So if you click there, you can add text, and you can put anything you want.
Do the video responses then bump it like that? They do. Yeah, they bump it down. So you have,
Why are we here today? This is part of a continuous improvement. It's a journey that we're on. The purpose of today is to provide you, to stimulate you, to give you an opportunity to see some different innovative approaches. It's also a challenge to you to take away a plan, to generate a plan. Take chances, make mistakes, get messy. That's kind of the theme for today. So this is about trying new innovative approaches. You're identifying the needs of your students and you're trying to find a way to try something new that you're going to learn from. It may work, it may not work, but it's all about the learning. We had 75 people apply for the Carousels this year, of which we could only accept 60. The islands of excellence are becoming plentiful and we are building some bridges today.
In the class, we've created something that we call adventure. The students are posed a dilemma that they have to try and solve. They follow their own personal inquiry using research and backing up their ideas. That then is put together into a class script, which will ultimately become our script for our class movie.
Basically, there was a giant gas cloud on ground level, so our characters were forced underground into a bunker basically to survive.
So right away they're posed with the issue that they have to figure out how they're going to organize themselves. Boom, that's grade 5 curriculum. That's how to develop a government. They're pitching ideas, they're researching together, they're sharing their ideas. So via Google Docs, they're doing their research and then they're bringing all of that in. Some of the students have used presentations, some of them are doing documents.
Yeah, it's a simple algebraic expression. Number of families times 1 chicken per week equals number of required chicken per week.
You don't really realize that you're using all your curriculum in this
because it was so fun, but then you started to realize because in your math you were like reflecting, you were like, oh wait, this is what happened in adventure.
And then at the end when you look back at your year, you're just like, wow, I learned that much.
I think there's an element to teaching now where giving some of that control to the students is something that can be really beneficial for them, and then helping them understand and learn from that and learn from their mistakes is a really great model, I think, to follow. Understanding that you don't necessarily have to be the center of everything that goes on to have real impactful learning happen in your classroom.
We are also looking at the vision of educator. Much of what we're doing today and much of what you will be seeing today will be about the vision of the educator. What are those teams presenting and how have they presented and applied that within their settings? It's also the vision of the student. What is it that we need to do on behalf of our students to prepare them for that exciting world out there? Engagement. We know that engaged students certainly have deeper learning. Student engagement increases when issues are relevant to them. Innovative approaches in the classroom can be engaging. It's about promoting student voice and choice. Collaboration also increases engagement. And of course, technology can increase engagement, and certainly if used effectively. It's about teacher practice. It's about how we set up the conditions in the classroom for their learning.
3 years ago, we hardly had any iPads in the system. Now we have over 5,000, and things are going incredibly quickly. When I look at Natalie's experience, where we had multiple iPads, kids had their own iPads, iPhones, and everything, they're recording video all of the time. It was exponentially easier to basically collect the video. We uploaded it to Google Drive. It's like going from a horse and buggy to the Concorde. Literally, it is that big of a leap.
Technology is an enabler to do many of those kinds of learning activities. Collaboration, inquiry, student voice, student input. You do that because it's excellent teaching practice, it's excellent learning environment for our students. The technology just makes it possible.
It's time for them to talk, and they're going to share their passion with you and share their process.
I also learned about the environment and health concerns. For example, factory farms contribute air pollution by releasing compounds such as hydrogen sulfide. So passion project is where you get to choose a topic that you're passionate about and basically research it and make it into a project that you get to present to your peers at the end of the year.
It's a creative, fun project where you get to learn about whatever you want. I came into this project knowing little to nothing about diabetes, but I wanted to do it so that I could learn.
I wanted to be here to celebrate the successes of my students. They have done a remarkable job presenting this passion project. They embrace the opportunity to learn, collaborate with each other, to go out and reach outside of the regular classroom through Twitter, Skype, and other opportunities. As a teacher, it gave me goosebumps watching the learning happening.
Okay, so I have lots of social media aspects.
Some units you don't enjoy as much as others, and just having the teacher say do whatever you want is a great feeling. And not only for me, but for everyone, because I get to inform other people about what's happening.
I was very honest with them at the beginning. I've not done this before, but we're going to learn together. And you know what? We might fail together, but that's okay. We're going to help each other through this process.
Yeah, we've been able to establish critical thinking. We've been able to work.
I'm able to connect it with students and teachers across this board and find out what people are doing in Southwood and what people are doing in Jacob Hespeler and what people are doing at KCI. Times change, things change, audiences change, technology changes, everything changes. And if I don't collaborate with other teachers, I don't know about those changes. I don't know what's happening.
We've been trying to find different ways to improve fine motor skill development in addition to coding. Last year I attended the Learning Symposium at Binghamton's. The words student voice and choice were key to me, giving them a voice in what they were choosing to do in the classroom. If we can tap into their interests, we are more likely to have students who are confident, students who are risk takers, students who are more likely to engage in the activities that we set out for them. Show these gentlemen how you might be coding. Coding is your basic computer programming, both on iPads using various apps such as Codable and the Foos.
I use the arrows to code it.
2 days later, he said, Mrs. T, I'm going to code on the geoboard, and then he transferred the same image onto the Etch-a-Sketch, and then he coded it. This is the same little boy who last year was lost in kindergarten. He didn't have that thing to hook him in.
I think it's a great way for teachers to experiment, to try new things, and see what other teachers are doing. What I would have considered before this, collaborating with other teachers, is completely different. It's completely changed my mindset.
So then we're sharing that with a wider community. And whether that wider community is 4 people at your table in a classroom, or whether that wider community is on a website that you've created, or a YouTube channel you've created, how you share that is a different story altogether. But the collaboration between you in getting to that stage, that's where the thinking occurs, that's where the knowledge occurs, and that's where wisdom comes from.